Okay, so this is Clear to Hear part 3. So in this part, we want to begin focusing on, now that you kind of saw what was on the inside of you and begin releasing that, and then on the second part, you begin identifying why you feel certain emotions, and you started cleaning some of that, or noticing why you do what you do, why you feel what you feel. Now you have to notice there's going to be two things that we're going to talk about that I think determines the quality of our life: our speech and our thoughts. On this video, we're going to focus on speech, and then on the following video, we're going to focus on thoughts, which I believe is the most important thing. The quality of our life is determined by the questions we ask ourselves. The quality of our life is determined by what we think, by what we constantly think about with conviction. The quality of our life is determined by how we speak, and the quality of our life ultimately will be dictated by what we think and what we speak, because that's ultimately what we're going to do. Most people, if you get around somebody that is successful and you get around somebody that is not successful, you're going to notice two things right off the bat. The things they think about and the things they talk about are going to be completely different. So one of the things that I want you to begin to be conscious of is how you talk. Not just how you talk about everything, but how you talk about yourself, how you talk about other people, how you talk about your job, how you talk about life. Life is such a beautiful gift. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. I know it's hard sometimes to go through things, but my gosh, life is such a gift. You are a gift, and you were given to this world. God made billions of people, right? But He only made one of you. Can you think about that for a minute? You're a gift to us. And so our job as people is we're supposed to help become the best version of ourselves, and we're supposed to help other people become the best version of themselves too. So speech. When you wake up, from the moment you wake up, what are the first things that come out of your mouth? Are they positive? Are they negative? Now, I'm not just trying to tell you to just be positive and not acknowledge when something goes wrong, because that's just wishful thinking, right? You're saying there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, and there's obviously weeds. That's stupid. That's wishful thinking. That's being ignorant, okay? You have to acknowledge when there's problems, but don't make them harder or don't make them worse than they are. There's a problem, let's deal with it, but let's not make it worse than it is. So the way we speak dictates the way our life goes, because our words carry so much power and authority into our life, into our body, into our health, into our kids' life, into our finances, and into everything. How do you talk about your kids? You say, "Oh, you always do this. Oh, you always do that. Man, my kid does this." You know why he probably does that or she does that? Probably because you say he or she does it all the time. Now, I'm not trying to tell you how to school or raise your kids. We just have to begin to be conscious of how we talk about ourselves and other people. Can you imagine if somebody told you your whole life, you're an idiot? Okay? Every day, from the moment you were born to the moment you're 10 years old, if somebody told you you're an idiot, you're probably going to grow up thinking you're an idiot. And now, I know I'm probably talking to somebody right now, because there is a lot of people that they get told a lot of negative stuff when they're little. Sometimes our parents didn't know any better. They probably did the best that they could with the resources they had. So we can't be holding on to any unforgiveness or bitterness towards them, right? We have to give people grace. So with that being said, how do you talk about yourself every single day? Oh my gosh, I look horrible with that dress. Look at that. Ew. Dude, come on. Why are you talking like that about yourself? Begin to think before you speak. Because if you think before you speak, you'll notice, I should probably not have said that. You'll find yourself not engaging in certain conversations because you're thinking, there's no life in this conversation. They're just gossiping. They're just talking about that person. And there's something in each human being where we feel like we want to know about other people. Begin to retreat from that stuff. It doesn't add any value to your life. Now, how do you talk about your workplace? The way we honor our workplace may dictate the way our finances go. How you steward another man's is how you would steward your own thing, right? That job that you were praying for, that now is the job that you hate going to every single day. You were praying about that job years ago or a few months ago, but now you're complaining about it. You see what I'm saying? We want to begin to speak life over the things that we have because they're really such a gift. They're such a gift. And trust me, we miss it, and we're probably going to miss it sometimes. I miss it all the time, But you want to begin to catch yourself so that you don't continually do that for the rest of your life. You're not going to get it perfect, but at least you want to acknowledge, I should be speaking life over my kids. I should be speaking life and blessing over myself and my household and my husband and my spouse and my job and my finances. Stop saying, I can't afford that. Stop saying, this is too expensive for me. Just simply say, what can I do so that I can buy that? It's not too expensive. Let's just be honest. There's no product, there's nothing in this world that is too expensive. The only thing that changes is the value that we've attached to it. And see, if something is worth $100,000, but you can't afford it, it'll be too expensive even if it's $1,000, right? The price is not the issue here. What the issue is the value and bringing in more income. You see, most people want to save themselves into becoming a millionaire. Some people teach certain people that if you save all this money for 20, 40, or 50 years, live in a beat up home and drive a beat up car, in 50 years, you'll be a millionaire. Nobody wants to live that way. That's scarcity thinking. You want to begin to have abundance and prosperity thinking, meaning you have been given the power to create. And you know how you can begin to create? With your mouth, with your words, with the way you speak over your life, with the way you speak over your finances, with the way you speak over your children, with the way you speak over your friends, with the way you speak over your spouse. Oh, he always does this. Oh, you always do this. Do they really? Do they really do that 100% of the time? Maybe, but maybe not. Let's begin to speak life over the people around us. Begin to speak life over you. Begin to speak life over your children. This is going to look different for other people. That's why you want to begin to become your own coach. This is one of the things you want to begin to know as you become your own coach, how you speak about yourself, how you speak about your children, to your spouse, about other people and those around you. Here's what I want you to acknowledge from between now and the next 7 days. Every interaction that you have, whether it's with yourself, with your spouse, with your children, or with coworkers, begin to catch yourself every time you find yourself saying something or about to say something negative about somebody, or about yourself, or about your spouse, or whatever, right? Catch yourself and say, do I really need to say this? Is it true? Does it bring value? Does it bring life? If it doesn't, no need to say it. So that's one of the things that you want to begin doing. You want to begin to watch your words, because your words have power. We have been given power to create. God gave us such a powerful thing, which is our words. The power of your words create the type of life you have. Okay? I love you. I believe in you. I really, really do. I believe in you. If nobody else does, I believe in you. I'll see you in the next video.